The Nilots. Maasai.
Dr. Griffin, you are back. Hopefully not with an angry wife.
Luckily, not this time. My friend from university, Legis, was calling to remind me about his son's circumcision event.
He seems to know you very well to call and remind you. Where is it being held?
It is near Narok.
Ah, so they are Maasai. Perfect transition. You must know their origin, right?
Of course. The Maasai are plain Nilots that came from the northern border of Uganda and moved southwards to the Kenyan and Tanzanian plains. Here is where they are found today and where I need to go next weekend.
Don't you forget. Now, if I remember correctly, there must have been a ceremony last year that lasted for 4 days.
Yes, I got to go to this one as well.
In the group that is being initiated, there's a speaker of the group called Olegwenani. Then, the event you will be going to, they will have to wrestle a bull by the horns.
Yeah, and they used to hunt lions before until it became illegal by the government.
Correct. After this circumcision happened, they now become a man. They get to carry the traditional weapons of a spear, sword, and shield, and are junior warriors called Imran. You must be excited to see this.
Oh, I am. I was there when the boy was born, but he has a long road to go even after the ceremony.
Correct. Their status as Imran was just the beginning, happening around age 18. They would eventually become senior warriors, junior elders, and senior elders, with each age set lasting about 15 years.
Yeah, it makes sense. Once you become a senior elder, you get to be the boss.
Yes, very true. To become an elder, you have to go through the ceremony of Inyoto, where you married a female and guard your own home. The Ilmaraki, in particular, were the rulers and had a part in the group of elders known as the Ingingwana.
And the leadership roles and making decisions?
Yep, they settled conflicts, made war decisions, and worked with the Oloibani. The Oloibani was specifically for rituals, and like the Orkoyot of the Nandi, was a huge unifying factor for all the communities, or Inkutoto. He helped give advice to the elders and was a large role in the religious ceremonies with the elders.
Do you know what their religion was like? I want to impress my friend with the knowledge of their background.
I have a feeling you already know and are just testing me, but I will tell you. Their one god is Inkai and lives beyond the clouds. They also believed in smaller gods that lived in natural places such as a mountain or a river. The Maasai had a certain month devoted to sacrifice called the Lisorio.
True, I do know all these things, but I like hearing you repeat them.
That is okay. Just be quiet. The Maasai lived in villages called Inkang. These small villages had populations between 20 to 40 people and were different families in each one. The warriors lived separate in a village called the Manyata. A large group of villages was called the Inkutoto, which I mentioned earlier, with the Oloiboni unifying them.
How large were these Enkutoto?
Anywhere between 1,000 to 25,000.
What? That's a lot of milk and blood.
I see you know that the Maasai were nomadic pastoralist, which means they were constantly on the move with their livestock looking for food and water.
You got it.
You seem to also know the Maasai drink the milk and blood from the cattle, and that goats and sheep were the main source of meat. I remember that you mentioned that the Iloiquolp group practiced some crop cultivation, which is correct.
And I also know the amount of livestock one owned was a sign of wealth and respect.
Yes, and that is one reason they conducted many raids on neighboring tribes and protected their own livestock so fiercely. They needed to get as many animals as possible, and to make items with the cattle.
Make items with the cattle?
Yes, the leather skin hides made such items as belts, bags, and sandals. Every part of the cattle was used, from the baby calf's skin for sewing thread to the horns used as holders for tobacco.
So they mostly traded these livestock items, since that is what they mostly made.
Yes, trading with the Agikuyu, Kalenjin, Luo, Akamba, and Ogek. They would get containers such as pots and baskets as well as weapons.
You sure do know a lot about the Nilotes. What about the Eastern Kushans?
I know nothing about the organization. Mind telling me more?
Of course. Let's go visit my friend at Garissa Lodge. We can also get some mandazis.
Yeah.